Hello students, welcome to Spectra Education Academy. In this video, I am going to explain answers for previous Eamcet questions from the chapter Motion in Straight Line. Yeah, let us begin with the first question. The question is, so this is given in the year 82. First question is, distance traveled by a freely falling body in the first, second, third seconds of its free fall. The same question is also given in this year NEET. So NEET 2022. First, second, and third seconds of its fall are in the ratio. So you have to find out the distances ratio. Okay. So the equation required to get the answer of this particular question is S is equal to Sn, in particular distance traveled in the nth second, U plus A of n minus half. So this is when body moves along straight line. But since it is the case of freely falling body, so in freely falling body U becomes 0. So let us say Hn is equal to, because it has to travel distance in vertical direction downwards. So Hn is equal to, so as per sign convention, it will be negative, distance will be negative while coming down. Acceleration turned as acceleration due to gravity, n minus half. So minus minus get cancelled. Then H in the first second is 2. H in the second is 2. H in the third second. So therefore G of n will be 1 first second, half is 2. G of second. So second means 2 minus half is 2. G of third second, not 3 seconds, third second. So it will be, after simplify this, you will get 1 by 2 is 2. This is 4, 3 by 2 is 2. G, this is 6 minus 1, 5 by 2. So G by 2, G by 2, G by 2 get cancelled. So the answer is 1 is to 3 is to 5. This year NEET, 2022 NEET, one more second is added, fourth second. So if fourth second is added, so the extension will be 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to 7. Now moving to the next question. The particle starts from rest. So this is given in 82 only. Particle starts moving from rest with uniform acceleration. It travels a distance x in the first 2 seconds and a distance y in the next 2 seconds. So even you can treat this particular question for freely falling also. Let us say this is the path along which body travels. U0. When you can take horizontal motion horizontal direction also. U0 covers a distance x in first 2 seconds and maybe y in the next 2 seconds. So since the motion is uniform, so what you can take is, once again, this question is based on S is equal to ut plus half at square only. Yeah. So in the first case, x is the distance traveled, but starting from rest, half a t square. So t is 2 seconds, it will be 4. This is going to be x is equal to 2a. The next part, since the motion is uniform, entire x plus y is covered in 4 seconds. So therefore, when you take entire distance, you again 0, half into a into, so 4 means 16. So this will be 8a. So therefore, x plus y is equal to 8a. So what did you get x? X is 2a. So therefore y is equal to 8a minus 2a is going to be 6a. Then 6a can also be written as 6 into 3 into 2a. So therefore 2a is again x, so this is the answer. Y is equal to 3x. Second option. Moving to the next question. A stone thrown vertically up from the top of a tower with initial velocity u reaches the ground with velocity 3u. So you need to find out height of the tower. This is given in 83 Eamcet. Let us say this is the tower and its top is this. So height of the tower you need to find out. This h you need to find out. Thrown vertically up. Yeah. So with initial velocity. So anyhow it moves down. When it again crosses the same point, it possesses the same velocity. So because body travels along straight line only, when it reaches the bottom of the tower, it possesses velocity 3u. So therefore, you need to find out h. So directly make use of equation v square minus u square is equal to 2as. For the downward motion, because at the point of projection, whatever the velocity given upwards, while coming down, it possesses the same velocity. So this is initial velocity, this is final velocity in downward motion. So therefore, final velocity minus 3u whole square in the formula minus initial velocity, since it is down, it is minus u whole square. So 2 negative, g is permanently negative, even h is also negative. So this is 9u square directly. Minus u square is equal to 2gh. So h is height of the tower. This is 8u square by 2g is equal to h. So this is 4u square by g is the answer. So option 3. Moving to the next question. In the presence of considerable air resistance, stone is thrown up. The time of ascent T1 and that of time of descent T2. So you can write the equation if air resistance is considered. So time of ascent will be u by g plus e. So of course, time of ascent instead of Ta they have given T1. Then while coming down, time of descent, so it should be g minus e. As this you'll get in the concept of apparent weight. So this is T2. So since g minus a, quantity g minus a is less than g plus a, so therefore T in the first case T1 is inversely proportional to g plus a, but it is more. If this is more, T1 will be less. So for T2, inversely proportional to g minus a, but g minus a is less, so T2 will be more. Here T1 will be less. So the answer should be T1 less than T2, fourth option. So moving to the next question. This is given in 84. The bomb dropped from an aeroplane flying horizontally with a velocity 720 kmph at an altitude 980 meters. Will the bomb hit the ground? Okay, or when the bomb hit the ground, we need to find out the time. So therefore, let it be dropped from moving aeroplane, but it covers the vertical distance same. So to get the time of descent, we require vertical distance only. So that vertical distance is altitude. So that is going to be 980. So it is not a freely falling body, but it travels a vertical distance same as like freely falling body, 980 meters. But it follows the parabolic path. Yeah, but to get the time of descent, it is enough to take the vertical distance. So h is equal to ut plus half at square is the source equation. Since it is moving down, h is negative. So after it is dropped, it moves like a freely falling body, u0 in vertical direction. So therefore this quantity is 0, g permanently negative. So t square, so minus get cancelled, h is 980 is equal to half into. So to get a cancellation easily, you make this g as 9.8 with the t square. Then if you cancel this, there will be one more 0, 98 into 1, but this is going to be 100. So t square is equal to 200. So t is equal to root 200. So root 200 roughly equal to 14, more than 14, 14.157. So first option is correct. Moving to the another question. A body thrown vertically up. A body thrown vertically up with a velocity reaches the maximum height 100 meters. If another body twice the mass, of course, mass we don't require in case of motion in straight line, twice is the mass of the farmer is thrown up with velocity twice the farmer. So therefore, U1 is 100. U1 is 100, assuming that U1 is U, not 100. U1 is U. With this U, if body is projected, it reaches a height of 100 meters. If velocity is doubled, so what height it is going to reach? So H2 is the question. So directly make use of equation of maximum height. H max is equal to U square by 2G. So therefore, H1 by H2 is equal to U1 square by U2 square. So H1 is 100 meters. H2 you are looking for. U1 is U. U2 is 2U. So 2U whole square. So 2U whole square means 4U square. So therefore, so H2 is equal to 400 meters. Option 3 is correct. Moving to the next question. A food packet is released from a helicopter which is rising steadily at 2 meters per second. After 2 seconds, the velocity of the food packet. So actually, let us say this is the point where the food packet is released when helicopter is in motion upward direction. So therefore, velocity at the time of releasing is upward. So therefore, velocity should be positive. So this is already explained in the concept and explanation of motion in straight line. But once it is dropped, it falls with gravity only. So gravity permanently negative. Now, food packet is released from a helicopter which is going with the 2 meters per second. After 2 seconds, you need to find out the velocity. So directly make use of V is equal to U plus 80. Then, so U is anyhow positive. So 2 meters per second. G permanently negative. G is 9.8. Then after 2 seconds, yeah. So V is equal to, so 2 minus, this is going to be 19.6. So minus 17.6 meters per second. So therefore, it moves down. So that's why sign convention is satisfied. So answer is with a negative. So down, 17.6 meters down. Moving to the another question. A ball of mass M is thrown vertically upwards. Another ball of mass 2M is thrown at an angle theta with vertical. Both of them stay in air for the same time. The height reached by the two are in the ratio. So therefore, question is nowhere is connected with velocities. Only masses are there. So therefore, motion of the ball of mass M or 2M are independent of masses. So therefore, answer is 1:1. Next. From the place, next question, from the place where G is 9.8 meters per second, a stone is thrown up with velocity 4.9 meters per second. Time taken for the stone to return the earth. So therefore, question is connected to time of flight. Time of flight equation you get back 2U by G. So 2 into 4.9. U is 4.9. G is 9.8. So therefore, this is 9.8, this is 9.8, answer is 1 second. So first option is correct. Moving to the another question. Two stones are dropped down simultaneously from different heights. Let us say this is the height from the ground of the first body, different heights. At the time of starting, they're different at the different heights. At the time of starting, the distance between them. So let us say second stone is dropped at this point, height H2. The gap is 30. Okay. So 30. After 2 seconds, the distance between the two stones. So let us don't say that this is the ground. Maybe still they are in motion in air. They are moving. So let us say this is 0th position. This is 30 meters after that. So therefore, you need to find out what is the gap between them after 2 seconds. So first let us find out h1 is equal, because both are dropped. Even second body is also dropped. So h1 is equal to half gt square u0. Moving down, negative get cancelled. So h1 is equal to half into g is 10. T is 2 seconds. 2 seconds is 4. So this is going to be 5. So h1 travels a distance of 20 meters. h2. h2 from the point of dropping, half. So half into gt square. So this is h2 where from, let us say, from point A, not from the origin. So half into g10 and 4. So this is also going to be 20 meters. But it is at the 30 from the origin. So this is a second drop. It is at 30 plus 20 from the origin after 2 seconds. But the first body will be at 20 meters from the origin after it is dropped. So once again, from the origin, second body is at 50. From the origin, second ball is at 50 meters, whereas the first ball is at 20 meters. So once again, gap remains 30 meters, 30 centimeters. So option is third. Students, in my next video, I will continue with the concept friction, and simultaneously I'll also explain questions in the previous Eamcet examination. Thank you very much for watching my video. But don't forget to share and subscribe with your friends and relatives.